Welcome back. So this is Zignaly PineScript library profit sharing 2.0 part 3. So today we are going to keep working on the Zignaly library with profit sharing 2.0 support, and we will try to add new parameters to the function description help section, and we will build everything in TradingView and fix any bugs that we can find. Okay, so I'm going to show you a video and we will start.
Zignaly, all of the profit and none of the work, best alongside the top digital asset monitors and fans. If you use my link and that passed at least 100 USDT or more to any profit sharing services, you will be rewarded with $20 worth of non-withdrawable C coins that can be used for paying Zignaly CC's fees.
Okay, so what we want to do today is first of all add these parameters to the help section. So let's check that there is not any change left to save, and yeah, let's just add the settings. I'm not sure if this is needed, but I think so. So what we are going to do is to check more or less where do we have to add these settings, which I guess it's in every other function, and then we will add these lines everywhere. Yeah, it should not be quite difficult to do. Okay, so the first one would be multiply by leverage. Yeah. So I'm not sure if we need to put this in order. I mean, if we put this in order, it's better because it's easier to find the stuff, but so this should be after leverage. So the param is multiply by leverage. Do we want and this defaults to, wait a moment, multiply by leverage. Yeah, we want this to be true. Defaults to true as the old behavior in profit sharing. So do we want okay, so multiply invested amount by leverage defaults to true as the old behavior in profit sharing .1.0 defaults to false. Yeah, we should default this to false. Or not? No. No, because we want the old scripts to work as expected. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so more parameters that we need to use here. So the next one is edge mode. So this is edge mode, defaults to false. Whether, let's check. For a specific pair, it will allow us to open a position in the opposite direction, even if there is already one open. The false to false. Okay. So the next param is which one? Ignore open contract check. Ignore open contract check. Let's see how the hell do we explain this. This explanation allows us to open all the positions that we want for the same pair and in the directions that we want. Ignore open okay, ignore open contract check. So there's something else which is margin mode. So I'm going to add this, and if they don't implement it, I don't care. Wait, the false to false. So this is param margin mode. So this is margin mode. Either cross or full account liquidation or isolated. Current position. Full account might be liquidated or isolated. Current position, either cross or okay. And this defaults to cross, isn't it? Yeah. Cross. Defaults to cross. Okay, so now we have these parameters, and these parameters we can copy and paste them somewhere. And we could try to take all of this. Let's see if we can do something nice. And this should be the one here. And so we should be able to use escape sequences, which I'm not sure if this is going to work properly, but we will try. So this should be here. Wait. Yeah, I'm not sure this is going to work, because this might be something that you use in order to search, not in order to replace. So I'm not sure at all that this is going to work as expected. But let's try it anyway. And the other thing that we can do is to apply this change manually from the CLI. Okay, yet again another one. Okay, yeah. Let's see. So apparently we find it, but let's see how the hell has it replaced it. Okay, it would seem that there's an space, an additional space. So it seems that it uses the enters from here. So what we can do is undo, and I can remove not this first one, but the other ones, because they are not needed, because there's already a return line somewhere when we have copy and paste this. I wonder if we want these escape sequences or not. Okay, so let's try again. Let's see what has happened up here. So now we have the param leverage, features leverage equals to 1, and then we have all of the things that we want, and it's everything in the proper line. So this is nice, it works as expected. So now we should find the others, the other lines to replace, and we just need to replace them. There's not much deal about this, unless there are some places where these parameters are not used at all, but I don't think it's the case, but we will check it later, because otherwise this is going to be a bit awkward. Okay, and now we are back to the start, and yeah, I think we are done. So let's check the difference just in case. So once we have leverage, we want to have these 4 additional lines. And that's the case. Nice. And now what I want to check is multiply by leverage. And I want to check that it's used everywhere. So multiply by leverage should be down here. If we have a comment, then it should be down here. And the same thing should happen with edge mode, so I'm going to use edge mode for this. So edge mode has something on the function, edge mode comment is on the function, and that's right, let's see this one, that's right. Okay, so far I'm checking and everything is nice there. So we should do something like multiply by leverage parameter help was added. So now, if I'm not mistaken, I should be able to publish this in TradingView, and it should more or less work. Okay. Okay, so let's try this. Let's write down this. So new parameters are here. Let's see how the hell do we release a library in TradingView. So would you have this development, and yeah, not sure if I want to. Maybe I want to have an empty chart for this. Yeah. New layout. Zignaly library. Profit sharing 2.0. So let's have a new chart in order to test this. Okay, so Pine editor. Let's create a new library and let's go to the source code and copy and paste all of this, and yeah, let's see what happens with this. This should be exactly the library name, isn't it? What was this? Zignaly beta 2, Zignaly 2 beta, isn't it? Zignaly 2 beta. Yeah, that's the right name. Zignaly 2 beta. Nice. So now, yeah, okay. So now we can find problems here. Line 22, colon, semicolon. Yeah. Apparently you don't use this. Line 22. Apparently you don't use this. I mean, if you use it, you shouldn't be using it, because this is not something from PineScript, but from other languages, from other programming languages. Okay, so let's remove all of this. So this is remove typos. So now we should try this again and see what happens, if they like this or not. Oh my god. It seems that I've managed to do a lot of stuff. Simple int. Yeah, I mean, let's fix this one with this is 61. Wait a moment. What's the exact error? With argument x0 equal argument of literal string what used with the simple int is expected. Simple int. So apparently there is unless they have changed this plus so that it's another thing. I'm not sure where the problem is. So maybe p multiply leverage is not. Yeah, this is in a string, so. Let's check this again. Line 61. Cannot call operator plus with argument. With argument. Argument of literal string. What's used with simple int as suspected. How are you supposed to concatenate strings? I thought that this was concat matrix content rate chain. Okay, let's see. Addition or unary plus applicable to numerical expressions or strings. Returns binary plus for strings. Returns concatenation of expression 1 and expression 2. Yeah. You may use arithmetic operators with numbers as well as with series variables. In case of uses with series, the operators are applied element-wise. Addition assignment. Yeah, I mean so apparently you cannot use plus with literal strings. But that's strange, but because this worked properly before. So there's something here that doesn't make sense from a point of view. So Zignaly common alert message should be defined as a string somewhere. Okay, that might be the problem. Because once you use plus, wait a second. Simple int expected. Yeah, I think we need to specify that this is a string. So line 61, and this should be found many places, or maybe not. So let's try and see if there is any difference. So line 61. Okay. Simple int is expected. Why so? Okay, let's take a look at the original library and see how the hell this was done before. Okay, so Zignaly common alert message started with C quote, which was no, it was a string variable. So I'm not sure this makes sense. So let's remove this because I don't think we need it. Okay, let's try this like this. I want to check what's exactly the problem. Cannot call operator plus with argument. An argument of literal string was to. So we have exactly the same problem. Simple int is suspected. Why? So maybe one of these variables is an int. Let's check this. So this is string. This is string. This is a string. Yeah. This is a string. Nice. Edge mode should be also string. Ignore open. Wait. Ignore open content check. It's also string. And margin mode. It's string. So there's something wrong about this, I guess. So let's say that we want this to be something like a string quote str equals something like this, and then we use quote like this. Nice. Let's see what happens with this new code. And this might be a bug from the library. Okay, let me check. Line 62. Cannot call operator plus with argument something. An argument of literal string type was used, but the simple int is expected. Why is this happening? Okay, let's remove all of this. Let's see if we can make sense of everything here. So here we have this message. So we can copy and paste this same message, and we can comment this one. Nice. So now we're going to focus on everything and see that what the hell does happen. Okay. So let's add this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's copy this. save it here. Line. Okay, so the error is not here anymore. So we should be messing around with this and see where the hell this is going nuts. Maybe it's this what makes everything going, that makes everything go nuts. Okay. This is not it. Wait. I'm seeing it. Here there are two of these. Okay, let's try to fix this. So we should have this here. So let's check the changes if we have any. Okay, there's an enter here which should not be here. I think that the problem is here, because we have 2+. So let's check if now it makes sense or not. Let's see. Okay. So line. So we have managed to fix this. So let's fix this. Double plus type. Nice. So now we have some additional problems. Okay. What the hell is this? Line 871 cannot call update long entry with argument margin mode as stop loss percentage. An argument of series flow type was used. Yeah, so this should be all the so this is when you call from reverse functions. Whatever the reason is, you have to specify the right order when you are in library. That's a problem. So this is 871. So let's go to 871 and yeah, so we cannot use parameters here. That's my understanding. So that's why this is not working as expected. So what we want to do is to use all of these settings. So multiply by leverage, edge mode, ignore open contract, and margin mode after the leverage. So now we should remove everything. We should leave only the names, and I think we should be good. It would be nice if we could use the per names, but I'm not sure we can do this here. So now I can use leverage with comma and use all of this, and this should be also found in update reverse short entry, because it's the same thing but with update short entry. So we should have this leverage, and I'm going to copy and paste and reverse long exit. And I guess that the same thing happens here, although I'm not sure why do we need the leverage in long exit function. Wait a moment. So long exit has all of these settings. So yeah, we need to fix this. So the way of doing it is leverage comma and we paste, and the same thing happens down here, leverage comma and we paste. So let's check if this is fixed before doing the commit. Compilation error. The provider type argument is not used. All arguments should be used. Oh my god. Okay, so we have fixed the problem from before. The problem is, yeah, I mean, well, I guess not sure what to put as a commit. So let's take a look again to the problem. So 116, provider type argument is not used and all args should be used, and I want to ignore it. So provider type 116 says that provider type is not used and it should be used. Yeah, I mean, yeah. So provider type is not used on exit. Okay, let me check. So I am asking myself. Okay, let me check the lines here. So let's just start with 116. Let's say string ignore provider type but use it. Okay, but let's see if now the error goes down. It does not start with 116 line. The same thing happens, but we have 2 more lines. Okay, so now it's multiplied by leverage. Argument is not used. Wait. Why is this not used at all? Multiply by leverage. So this is a long entry. And this should be using, we should be using this with the common alert message. Wait a moment. Zignaly common alert message, which comes from here. Get Zignaly common alert message. Yeah. Wait. We have managed not to use this properly everywhere? This is not used here. Wait a moment. Wait a moment. This is not right at all. Yeah, we should fix this. This is a nice one. So let's save. Let's save for now this text with it, which is leverage, and which is leverage and margin mode. So this should be something like leverage equals leverage, comma. So what you want to do is have a leverage equals leverage, then everything else too. Edge mode, ignore open contract check, and margin mode. Nice. So this should be here and here and here, and we finish with another comma. So let's find and replace this, please. Let me see. Oh my god. Replace with this stuff. So let's check if everything makes sense. So here we are using the per names. So we can use the per names, apparently. So we could use okay and okay. why don't we have, yeah, because this is an update, and so it's an update, we do not need this. Okay, let's see if we can manage to build this. Alert type argument is not used. Oh my god. So apparently if you use an argument, you have to use it. You define an argument, you need to use it. Anyway, use these parameters properly too. Yeah, so now we have more problems. Alert type. So apparently alert type is not used. 116. 116. Why? This is, yeah, this is used here. Alert type, alert type. And this should be used here thanks to alert type. Yeah, you are right, this is not being used. So let's do something like alert type being used. Not sure if we have managed to do. So let me check these two commits. So this is the oldest one. And the newest one is this one. Okay. So provider type is here on 116, but I haven't seen it. Apparently, yeah. So the other one is alert type. Yeah, but okay, let me check. So alert type is used, but it's not being used on the function which name is this one. So we should use this here. So this is alert type. So ignore alert type, but use it. And then we have alert type. Nice. So let's copy this. Mismatch input end of line. Line 16. Yeah, I guess that we can remove this line. Okay, let's check what's the difference here. Not sure what's the difference here. Haven't we added this before? Okay, let's clean this, otherwise I get confused. Ignore other type but use it. Okay. Let's see if this is you like using this. Maybe it detects that it doesn't have anything to do with the output and 233, so it's not the same thing as the one above. So $233. Wait a moment. Let's check the error again. Provider type. So this is no longer other type but provider type, which we already were able to fix before. Yeah, I think it's just copy and paste the same line. So this should be here on short entry. So this provider type is being used and ignored. Let's see if we need to ignore it somewhere else. Yeah, apparently we need to ignore it in many places. So okay, so we have short entry where we ignore it, and then we have to ignore it also in reverse long entry. This makes sense because this was something that was used in those functions. Okay, let's check what more do we have. So it's not here, and now it's here again. This is an update. Let's see if I can provider type. Yeah, so provider type is here, and so we just need to ignore it. Provider type. Provider type. Wait a moment. This is update reversed short entry, and this is update reverse long entry. So these are one of the few functions where we don't need to ignore it because it's being used here, so we shouldn't be ignoring it here, neither there nor here, because it's being used. What the hell is this? Provider type. Here it is. Okay, let's do some tests and and see what happens. Provider type is not used, 118, but we had already fixed this. 118. Provider type is not used. Why it's not used? Let's check this again. I don't want to remove parameters because they are deprecated. I want to use them. Okay, let's check this again. Maybe. Provider type argument is not used. 118. Why? Let's copy and paste this again and try again. I mean, we should have the script hasn't changed and something. Let's add a space at the end, and we have the same thing about provider type argument not being used. All args should be used. Okay, let me check. 108. Provider type argument is not used. Provider type. So we are using it here, but somehow this says that we are not using it. Why? Because whatever we are doing, it does not have it. Okay. This is interesting. $210. Wait a moment, when this is ending? When does this end? 232. 232. Okay, yeah. Provider type is not being used. Okay, let's see if we can fix this with some stupid logic. So if provider type, show what I have done here. If provider type equals or does not equals this thing, then we want empty string. So this is an space. And this is empty string being an empty string, and empty string is going to be used somewhere here. Being this is not happening. Where the hell do I put this so that it makes sense? So this is an empty string and something else. Copy. Okay, apparently we have managed to work around this problem, but this is not something that you want to do just because the compiler understands that the message that you return is not used at all. Okay, so now we have the other one, which is, what's the name? Provider type. Let's change account type. Oh my god. Let's change account type. Yeah, let's try. Right. Let's change account type is no longer used. But the problem should be fixed on Zignaly common other message instead. Wait a moment. Maybe and this is not going to be used. Change. Yeah, not sure if we can fix this from the function itself. Let's try one thing before dealing with provider. What's the? It's with a change account type. I want to check one thing. What the hell happens here in long entry if this empty string, I'm not using it at all? So what happens if I just use this like this? Does it like it or not? That's the question. Provider type argument is not used, so apparently the compiler knows that this is not being used, and you need to use this empty string, which is quite annoying, but at the same time, well, now we know it. So apparently there is the same problem with a change account type, and if I'm not mistaken, the place where we have to fix this is in the Zignaly common out message. So let's go there and see if it fixes or not. So this is a way of ignoring other type. Okay. And not sure if it's going to be useful because of because of what we have seen. And this other type now it's being ignored. No, it's not being ignored yet. Okay. Let's try to work with a change account type and see what we have here. So we could say change account type, which is here, and we use this empty string, which we're going to use here. So we will have an empty string, which is not useful at all, but it will let us build this stuff. I mean, I'm more and more okay, so now it's other type. And yeah, so we have managed to fix provider type, and now other type is not being used. So the question is if other type is used on the common message or not. Other type is used on the common message, so we should be able to work around this by having this with other type, which is also a string. So other type, wait a moment. Yeah, let's try this workaround. Provider type argument, but this is 241. Provider type, let's check provider type. Yeah, so it's the same thing. The same thing here needs to be done on short entry, isn't it? I mean, provider type. This was the workaround, but it didn't work. And this empty string is used here on a string message. So we should have something similar down here with a string message, which now has an empty string. Wait, was it the same place? Yeah. So that's it. So the question is, do we have to do this for all the other stuff like this? And well, this is a reverse, so the message should come from somewhere else. Or not, I'm not sure. I mean, provider type is not used anywhere, so yeah, so we need to do the same thing here too. Let's copy. Okay, so now we can do this nice stuff about having the two buffers at the same time. So what we want to do is having at the top what we want to replace and having on the bottom our reference. So this should be like this, more or less. So now we have this provider type, which we are now using. Nice. And yeah, let's do this in two different ways, because otherwise we are going to miss stuff. Provider type. Yeah, I think by the type here. So here we have it again. Oh my god. Provider type. Yeah, okay. Okay, so now I should be able to check all of the provider type. And we want to add this string message empty downwards. So provider type, this first one I think, yeah, has the empty string, and this should also have it. That's right. And so let's take a look here. Here there is not here. Oh, yeah, we need to put this from the start. Yeah. So now provider type, empty string. String message. Okay, string message. And so yeah, let's search for more provider type thing here. Okay, it seems that provider type is no longer used, but here we are using it again. So we shouldn't have a message here. That's right. Oh my god. I'm not sure if this is worth it to be backwards compatible. So here we have another one which we should fix also here. I mean, a lot of these functions could be improved with some abstract functions, but I don't think it's worth it. So provider type, update, yeah, I mean, yeah, severally. Probably, maybe this is it. So let's check what we have changed here. So ignore auto type but use it. Wait. Auto type but use it. Yeah, this is not this should not be here in line 11 something, because we have managed to do something easier to fix this problem. Okay, let's check. Empty string, provider type or provider type, empty string plus. Okay, so far this makes sense. So before saving this, let's test all of this, because you want to make sure that this works properly. Save everything. Okay. Incorrect param token. Multiply by leverage. Multiply invested amount by leverage. Defaults to true as the old behavior in profit sharing 1.0. Incorrect param token. What the hell is this? Doesn't say which line. Is this a warning or an error? Incorrect param token. Yeah, this is a warning. Incorrect param token. Multiply by leverage. So apparently what it's saying here is that we have a function without this parameter and we are defining it in the help. So first of all, let's save the current changes, which are something about ignore provider and exchange account type in a way that works. Okay, make sure that provider the parameters are ignored. Okay, so provider type, and this should be account, a change account type. Okay, so now we should be able to do something else, which is fix this warning. So let's take a look at this warning. Incorrect param token. Multiply by leverage. What the hell is this? multiply by leverage. Yeah, as you can see, multiply by leverage needs to be a name. So this should be like this, but then this is not being fixed properly here. So what you want to do is to replace everywhere so that we remove this point. Okay, these were 11, so this means that there are 12 changes here. Let's test this and then we will check if yeah, what the hell is this here? Okay, apparently there is no error anymore, so let's save this. So this is multiply by leverage parameter help type. Okay, so now I think I can push this to the cloud so that everyone can use it. So yeah, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to end the video here, and next video we are going to, so this is built everything about this one. Yeah, so the next video will have Ruka Zignaly template or whatever using PS2, and we will check what the hell does happen, because we have many stuff being changed on the library. So this is something that should be fixed. So we're going to check video and then we will end the stream.
Zignaly, all of the profit and none of the work, best alongside the top digital asset monitors and fans. If you use my link and that passes at least 100 USDT or more to any profit sharing services, you will be rewarded with $20 worth of non-withdrawable coins that can be used for paying Zignaly CCS fees.
Well, thank you very much for watching this video.